When it comes down to Facebook ads, I receive so many questions every single day. But one of the most asked question is single interest versus stacking interest. And today, I want to make it a little bit more exciting. I want to one up that question. Single interest, stacking interest, or no interest. No interest has been waving around for quite a few months, if not a few years. And today, I'm going to tell you what do I think about each one of them and which one I see the best results and which one has the best results with our students as well. Because I haven't been testing everything only for myself, but for my students as well. So it's things that for me works and also for students works. Okay. So now let's say you have multiple interests. You have beauty, facial, natural skin, skincare, cosmetics. The problem with this is it's just about the budget. What do you mean, Gilberto? It's just about the budget. Well, each one of your ad sets will have $20 spending, $10 spending around that. And you're going to have, let's say, 10 creative with different primary text, with different headlines, with different description. So you're going to have a bunch of creative that your $10, $20 need to be spread on, and it will be spread on also on different interests. So for me, it's too much testing on simply a single ad set. So they're testing the creative, they're testing the interest. It's way too much. And when it comes down to creative, you want to have more. You want to have as much as you can. Obviously, more than 10, it's not necessary. It's just overdoing it. But 10 creative with $10, spent and $20 spent is not much when you think about it. And to test a proper interest, you need to let it run for a full day at least. So if you have multiple of them with multiple creative, I simply see it as a non efficient testing. And it's not just the way that I see it. I had less results when I did stacking interest while testing my products. So it's not just like, oh, that's the way I see it. No, it is proven for us and our students that every time that we test a product, when we do stacking interest, it performs less great. Now, when should you choose stacking interest? Well, the moment that you have tested multiple single interest or no interest, and you see that some of them works better than others, and you stack all the best one inside one single ad set, now it's going to work, and it's going to work way better. Why? Because you already know what's working, which one of those interests is working, and you put them inside one single ad set, and it does wonders. It even lasts longer than anything else. But this is something that I use on the scaling, not on the testing. Now, let's speak about single interest versus no interest at all. So, when should you choose no interest? The moment that you should choose no interest and remove everything and leave this blank as much, with as much as possible, with nothing like this. When do you want to do that? Well, you want to do that when you have a product that appeals to a large audience. What does that mean? If you're selling something for tattoo artists, then you want to have an interest that it's for tattoo, because you're going to target a hyper niche. People that are interested in tattoo and tattoo artists, those are the people that you want to target. But if you have a product that is, let's say, makeup for women, then any woman in the world use makeup or a big part of it. So this doesn't need to be narrowed down. So every time you test a product that doesn't need any narrowing down, like makeup for women, like some sort of clothing, then I would use no interest. I will try to see if it does work well, and some of the time it does amazingly well. And again, if I see that it's very hyper specific, I will do interest. But the way that I do it nowadays is I do a little bit of both. I do a little bit of no interest and a little bit of interest. And now, when should you choose interest? Well, all the time. All the time, you should choose single interest. This is what made my life today. Single interest is the most consistent, the most profitable, the most everything. Every time that I test a new product, I do it with a single interest. And I add maybe one or two ad set without interest. But let's say 70% of the time, the most amount of money that I make is with single interest ad sets. Obviously, after that, if we speak about scaling with CBOs, if we speak about, cost cap, all of that things, it's another story. But when we start from the beginning to scaling a little bit, single interest is winning hands down most of the battles. So every single time you want to try single interest is when you're on the testing and even on the scaling as well. They scale pretty well. When you want to try no interest, simple, is when you have a product that is extremely broad, but if it's too specific, you don't want to try it. And when do you want to try stacking interest is when you have multiple winning interests that are proven to work. You put it inside one single ad set and it will start performing better and more consistent. That's what I have seen. And like I said, guys, this is not only from me, but this is testing from students across the globe that had winning product from clothing, winning product from product for women, product for anime, product for anything that you can think of. We sold it. We test those different variables, and that's what we came up with. So if you want to start doing drop shipping now in 2025, and you're looking into Facebook ads and you're looking to see what type of strategy should you choose, you should choose single interest all day long. And look, one of the things that I need to tell you, and I know it's kind of crazy that Facebook does this, but look at this. Further delimit reach to your ads. So if you click here, you switch and you start selecting your interests, you start controlling everything. Facebook says that it will limit the reach of your ads. But why Facebook allows something that will limit you, that will hurt your business? That doesn't make any sense. It's because Facebook in the future wants to remove interest. Facebook doesn't want you anymore to rely on anything else than their algorithm. But they're not there yet. Interests are still working amazingly well on Facebook. And they're probably going to work well for the next few years. Who knows? But with the power of AI, the future is uncertain and we don't know what's going to happen in the future. But one thing that I can tell you is now in 2025, what's better is single interest test, no interest when it's broad, and stacking interest when you're scaling. That's what it is. That's what we've seen work. But in the future, keep your eyes open because I won't be very, let's say, impressed. Well, not impressed, but how can I say that? Like, oh my god, I won't be like, oh my god, because I've see that Facebook remove interest. I know they're trying to remove it. I know they're trying to hide it. I know they want you to not use interest, but they keep keeping it there because it keeps working. But in the future, they will probably remove it. They want to rely, they want you to rely on their algorithm. But for now, this is what I believe. This is what you should do. So yeah, guys, this is the video of today. Wish you all an amazing rest of the day. Take care and peace out.